Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Underground, thunder bounce and I stop the ground like a million elephants, a silverback orangutan. You can't stop the train. Who wants to don't come home?
Welcome to the jungle. We got what it takes. We got everything you want.
The folks of all made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red, white, and blue. Run to the hills. Run now. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies rock the street.
Oh, it's Monday. Welcome to Monday, everyone. Already, I'm pushing the wrong fucking buttons. So I am Pi. This is Liquid Lunch, and once again, welcome. Today, I'm joined by my beautiful, lovely co-host, Bobby. What's up, Bobby?
Aw, thanks, Pi. What's up, man?
Not much, man. How you been? Long time no speak.
Yeah, man.
What you been up
Had
to,
to go
man?
down to transportation today. Set up to get my shit moved home.
Oh, shit. So you're finally out the army now?
I've been out for about 2 months, but my wife's still in. But we decided that I was gonna head back home and get a job, so that when she gets out, we have stabilization. So I went down transportation, set up an appointment. They're gonna come pick up my shit and take it home.
Nice. That's not too bad, man. So what you been up to? Is it as good as it's promised on the outside? Or are you still
Well, I know
going through
people look forward.
the honeymoon
They
period?
look forward to it, 8214. But I'm bored out.
Yep. As soon as you get out, you enjoy that like 2, 3, maybe a month period, and then you're like bored as fuck. It's almost like taking leave and not doing anything or going anywhere, and then you're just like, fuck, I need to get back to work. Yeah, it's kind of like that. The honeymoon period of getting your DD214 wears off pretty quick.
It was
So-
good for the first couple days, and then it's like, all right, well, I need to do something.
So what are you up to nowadays?
I'm just sitting at home waiting to move back.
Nice, just bullshitting, not doing a damn thing, huh?
Sitting on ass all day long.
Oh yeah. So for those of you out there that don't know who Bobby is, Bobby, I guess, started to become known to us as a listener and a watcher in Facebook Live, and he'd be on during the nightly shows, because we have this show every night of the week, always starting at 8 p.m. And every time Redleg would vape, Bobby would kind of throw this new game out there, saying, "Hey, every time Redleg vapes, everyone takes a shot." And yeah, I think it caught on pretty well.
It's a dangerous game.
It was a very dangerous game. So that went on for a while, and then Bobby was like, "Hey, let me be an intern." So Bobby interned on Redleg shows for a while, and then you kind of went on vacation and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. Had to take my month-long bender.
Yep. So now Bobby's back, and since I don't technically have a permanent co-host anymore, so if you're interested, let me know. Go to the website, WTFNationRadio.com, fill out an application, and so since I don't have a permanent intern anymore, or a co-host, Raptor Mom's normally on, but she's busy with PCS and stuff this week. So Bobby was more than gracious to help us out and kind of co-host with me, which is pretty cool. So Bobby, you got a lot of followers in Facebook Live. Everyone's saying hi.
I see that. It's hard to keep up with them. I'm trying to type hello
know,
to
right?
everybody.
Yeah, some people remember you.
It's not like this on the Monday night show.
It's not.
Normally people tell me shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think I get the nice people on my show. On the
It's a good change.
I know, right? On the nighttime shows, it's all hate and daggers and tits or get the fuck out. Oh shit. So this weekend, oh my god, this weekend has been crazy. There's been a lot of stuff going on this weekend. From what I'm aware of, at least 3 separate incidences of somewhat extreme violence. And we're going to kind of touch on all of them. So if you guys have anything to say about it at any time, obviously if I'm talking about it, that's the time to call. Don't call beforehand and say, hey, did you hear about the asteroid hitting Mars, when we're not talking about that particular story, because like we're going to get to that. Just for fluidity purposes. But you know, we got the whole the stabbing in the Minnesota mall, the New Jersey Marine 5K run bombing, and then the New Jersey Manhattan bombing. So like 3 different freaking major events that went on this weekend. It's kind of crazy, man. Like I've said this for a while. It's going to be more and more of these type of things going on as time progresses, and it's not going to be solely terrorism related shit. It's going to be people just fucking doing this dumb shit because we're in a day and age of technology. It's no longer picketing and rioting or go fuck up your neighbor's car with a brick. It's now go check the internet how to make a pipe bomb, or you know, go get a fucking weapon, do some crazy shit. Like, people are just fucking crazier nowadays than they were 20 years ago.
It's got to be something in the water.
It's something. Something's causing this. And I mean, I know society has a big deal to do with it, the way people think and act. And I mean, society's changed completely from, I mean, even fucking 10 years ago. Yeah. But the Minnesota shit that went down, 9 people were hurt in the Minnesota mall knife attacks, and the suspect was killed. Good. And then them douchebags, fucking ISIS, claimed responsibility for the attack. Now, I think, like most terrorist attacks, I don't think it was a ISIS directed attack. I think it was just some fucking douche nugget that went out and done some dumb shit, and it was like, oh yeah, this is for ISIS, Allah Akbar, fucking all that kind of dumb shit. And then ISIS heard about it and was like, oh yeah, that was us. Just, you know, for notoriety and all that kind of shit. I don't think ISIS had anything to fucking do with it. But 9 people were hurt in a knife rampage at a Minnesota mall, during which the attacker made references to Allah, authorities said. The suspect was shot dead by an off-duty police officer at the Crossroads Mall in St. Cloud, which began around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. The suspect was wearing a private security uniform, officials said. We have confirmed that he asked at least one person if they were Muslim before he assaulted them. St. Cloud police chief Blair Anderson told reporters, adding that the suspect made some references to Allah. Anderson said he was armed with at least one knife big enough to hurt someone. What the fuck does that mean? A knife big enough to hurt someone? That's like a fucking pocket knife. I mean, any knife is big enough to hurt someone if you stab him in the fucking neck.
Doesn't matter where you stab him. Getting stab's gonna hurt.
Well,
Might not
yeah.
kill you, but it's still gonna fucking hurt.
Man, these fucking people. An ISIS-affiliated news outlet claimed that the attacker was a soldier of the Islamic State, according to NBC News terrorism analyst Flashpoint Intelligence, who is a global security firm. We're currently investigating, as this is a potential act of terrorism, and I do say potential. FBI agent Richard Thornton of the agency's Minneapolis office said at a news conference, we don't know whether the suspect was in contact with, had connections with, or was inspired by a foreign terrorist organization. None of the 9 people wounded suffered life-threatening injuries, and all but 3 had been released from the hospital by Sunday afternoon. Authorities initially said 8 people that had been injured in the attack, but an additional person later went to the hospital. Among the injured were a 15-year-old girl and a 50-year-old woman, and 7 men ages 20 to 53. The suspect was described as a lone attacker, and there is no evidence anyone else locally was involved. The assaults occurred at multiple locations and businesses at the mall. The cop who shot the alleged attacker was identified as Jason Falconer, a part-time officer with the Avon Police Department and former police chief of Albany, Minnesota. He clearly prevented additional injuries and potential loss of life. His heroic actions are exemplary. The suspect's identity had been publicly released Sunday afternoon, but local Muslim and other religious leaders indicated that he was Somali. It doesn't matter what fucking nationality he is, you dumb fucks. He said, clearly fucking said his religion was fucking Muslim. So what's nationality got to do with it? The central Minnesota Somali community is in distress. Oh, whoop-de-doo. And we are afraid of the consequences of this incident. And then
They think we're going to kill all the Somalis?
people have been trying for years. You can't kill them skinnies. And then the article kind of goes on a bit with irrelevant information. But first of all, let me say, that regardless of nationality or where the person fucking grew up, that one's kind of give or take, depending on specific areas and regions. But just generally speaking, it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter if the attacker was Somali, if he was fucking American, Canadian, fucking whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. The point is he carried out an attack, and the violence was religiously motivated, which is fucking Muslim. So that's what matters. It doesn't matter if it was a white dude. He still carried out fucking attacks because he was a Muslim. So that's the main point. Nationality really has nothing to do with it. It's first of all, I want to say, number one, it was good that an off-duty cop was there and was armed over a regular citizen. And I say that because the cop obviously has a little bit more training, is a little bit more level-headed, so that was good. Secondly, if a regular citizen had done the same thing, not that that wouldn't be a good thing, the situation could have gone a little different. I'm not saying that it wouldn't have ended the same way. I'm just saying that if people are already kind of running around or aware because people were being stabbed and a civilian had their firearm drawn, it may have, I guess, escalated other people, or when the cops came in and seeing this fucking dude with firearm drawn, it could have caused more issues. I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. But regardless...
It probably wouldn't have been covered by the media if it was a civilian.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Guns don't do good things.
Right. Yeah. It's only because he was a cop, and cops do good things. I guess. Like, cause I'm surprised this is really on there because, I mean, cops don't do good things. All they do is go around and kill people.
Yeah, just shoot random people on the street for no reason.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, overall, I'm glad this fucking this cop was there and fucking took this douchebag out. I'm glad they didn't fucking arrest him because people like that just deserve to fucking die. Why waste money, resources, and other shit on a shitbag that if he would have gone to fucking court, he probably would have got like 2 years, if that. Got out on fucking 3 months good behavior, and that's it. Because, I mean, according to that fucking, if you're rich, you can get, what is it, fucking 6 months in jail for fucking raping someone and get out on 3, or whatever the bullshit.
Yeah, if you're a college student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rich white college student. Yeah. Fuck that piece of shit as well. I hope someone fucking takes him down a back alley somewhere and beats the living shit out of him. But yeah,
Fuck
so
that guy.
I'm glad the cops were there and fucking and took that dude out. I'm also glad that there was no serious injuries, i.e. life-threatening injuries. Yeah, it sucks to get stabbed, but it could have been worse. Like, did you die? So.
But did you die?
Yeah. So there you go. What's your thoughts on this, Bobby?
I don't get people, man. Like, who runs into a mall with a knife? And how do people just run from it instead of he's got a fucking knife? At least three, you can take him down.
But,
But you just run away.
and he stabbed multiple people in different locations. Like, so he's outside fucking, I don't know, GameStop, and then stabs someone. Walks like 20 minutes down the other end of the fucking mall outside Starbucks, stabs someone. Like, how the fuck does that even happen?
Like, you gotta think, when you stab one person, no one's gonna be silent when you stab them. There's gonna be screams and shit.
I know, right? But
People just blow my mind how you would not try to take this guy out. People took out Muslims hijacking a plane,
yeah,
and you can't even disarm somebody with a knife.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's enough weapons laying around the mall, like a fucking clothes rack, because them arms like come off, or even a fucking trash can, that used properly could probably disarm a dude with a knife, or fuck, even a 9-year-old. Pick that 9-year-old up and smack that motherfucker with a kid. That was a joke, guys. But yeah,
Oh, shit. We're gonna get shut down now, Pi.
Hey, the U.S. Army and their gracious leaders, or fearless leaders, haven't been able to shut us down yet. Yeah, but I mean, there's a number of ways that could have gone. I mean, yeah, there could have been a bunch of people that fucking try to take this dude down. I mean, they could have got fucking hurt. So I think this was like the minimal casualties imaginable for this particular situation, which is always a good thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess 9's a good thing. 9's better than 10, right?
Right, and I mean, let's be honest, the dude could have gone in there with a fucking gun and caused a whole bunch more fucking issues.
Yeah.
You know,
Gun and a mall would not mix.
you know what I do think is funny, and I'm not kind of arguing against this in any kind of way, because I'm glad that this whole thing, well, not that the stabbings happened, but the dude being shot and all that kind of shit. I'm glad that happened. But nowhere in the article does it say what led up to the guy being shot. Because think about it. And I don't think this is registered with anyone else. The use of force policy generally doesn't say if the dude's got a knife, then you can shoot him. Because you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. So did the dude charge at the cop and then the cop shot him? Because if the dude just stood there with a knife in his hand, even if he didn't follow orders to put the fucking knife down, that's still not a reason to shoot him. I mean, it's a knife. So even if there's a distance between you, you still can't shoot the motherfucker.
27 feet.
Well, I mean, even if he's pointing the knife at you, you still can't shoot him unless he starts closing in on you. And that's when you feel your life is threatened. I mean, maybe that happened, but I don't know. It's kind of weird.
All he's got to do is get in within 27 feet, and I would drop his ass.
Is that what it is? 27 feet?
Yeah, it's like 27 feet you can get stabbed before you can draw your weapon out of your holster.
Damn, really?
Yeah, there's a whole science on this shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, fuck it. I mean, if I knew that, then I'd have been like, yep, that's 27 feet. He's dead. Fuck him. But, yeah, it doesn't
That was
say
50
anything.
feet, sir. It's rough estimate.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the actual particulars of the dude getting shot or if he charged the cop or whatever the case is. And I really don't give a fuck. I'm just glad that the douchebag's dead. Is what it is.
Didn't even cost the government money because it was an off-duty cop. He probably bought his own rounds.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, a cop's allowed to carry their duty weapon while they're off duty.
Depending on what department you go to, sometimes you have to buy your own weapon. Sometimes they issue you one, and you can carry it around.
Okay.
Just depends on the department standard.
Huh. So I guess that was kind of somewhat of a good news story, since it was a bad situation that turned out pretty decent. And what I mean by pretty decent is no one died apart from the douchebag bad guy. So that was kind of a good ending to a bad story, I guess. This next one kind of fucked a bunch of people up. The blasts in Manhattan injures at least 29 people. The powerful explosion caused by what the authorities believe was a homemade bomb injured at least 29 people on a crowded sidewalk in the bustling Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan on Saturday night. A few hours later, the authorities found and removed what they described as a second explosive device 4 blocks away, raising the possibility that 2 bombs had been planted in the heart of the city. Mayor Bill de Blasio called the explosion, which occurred around 8:30 p.m. on West 23rd Street, an intentional act, but initially said there was no connection to terrorism and no immediate claim of responsibility. Police officers swarmed Chelsea streets after the blast, which reverberated across the cities scarred by terrorism and vigilant about threats. Just days after the 15th anniversary of September 11th attacks. Whatever the cause, Mr. de Blasio said, New Yorkers will not be intimidated. As the authorities sought to identify what had caused the explosion, they described the second device as a pressure cooker, resembling the one used in the deadly Boston Marathon bombings in 2013. According to a police official who spoke on the condition of anonymity, fuck that word, anonymity, fuck, whatever, you know what I mean, to discuss a continuing investigation. It was unclear whether the blast on West 23rd Street had been caused by the same type of explosive. In the immediate aftermath, the police shut down a swarm of Manhattan south of Midtown. The area from 14th Street to 32nd Street was also closed to traffic between 5th and blah, 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 blah. Mayor de Blasio, speaking at a news conference at the scene, said that injuries are significant, but for the moment, he said, none of them were life-threatening. Many of the injuries were caused by shrapnel from the explosion, which witnesses said seemed to have started inside a sidewalk dumpster near the avenues of the Americas. Now, this is one of the big fucking metal dumpster things. The ones where them big trash trucks come up and fucking pick up. Which is kind of curious, really, because why would you set an explosive device in one of these big-ass fucking dumpsters? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that them things are pretty big and pretty fucking robust, I guess. Like, why... I know they're not, like, fully fucking robust and bomb-proof and all that bullshit, but, I mean, there's a lot of fucking metal there.
That might have been why they did it.
Yeah,
There's a lot of metal there. You get a big explosion, and then that dumpster becomes shrapnel.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you put it in, like, a smaller trash can, like you normally see on the side of the road? I mean, it's still got a whole bunch of metal in there. Generally speaking, these big dumpsters are not really on the main streets, per se. They're kind of pushed back in an alleyway.
Nobody ever said that they were smart.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Did you see what the bombs were made out of, or what was in them?
I did not know.
It says they're filled with shrapnel made with pressure cookers, flip phones, and Christmas lights.
What?
Yeah,
Why the fuck they put Christmas lights in there?
I guess maybe Christmas light glass would fuck you up. I mean, it fucked up 29 people, so...
And they put a number of phones in there?
Yeah, flip phones, pressure cookers, and Christmas lights is what it says.
What the... I'm so fucking confused. Like, I can understand maybe using a phone as a detonator. Maybe they wanted Christmas lights to make it look nice. I got no fucking idea. Like, if you're making that type of bomb, I mean, generally the go-to thing is fucking nails. I don't know why they would put Christmas lights and phones in there.
They forgot about it. They just grabbed whatever was on their fucking kitchen table and threw it in a bomb.
Something. I mean, the pictures of the dumpsters, or the dumpster, it looks kind of mangled. There's a whole bunch of shrapnel and shit, but that's it. Like, I guess the bomb really didn't do anything. It was the shrapnel from the dumpster that kind of messed everyone up. And to be honest, the dumpster doesn't really look tore up. I mean, it's messed up. You can see it got blowed the fuck up, but it's not in pieces or anything. The bottom part of it is missing some shit. It's kind of crushed inwards. Yeah, I mean, you can't use it again, but it's I don't know. It's not as fucked up as I would think it would be.
The other shrapnel that was in it was either metal BBs or small bearings. That's what they think.
Okay, yeah.
Mixed with Christmas lights and.
See, the BBs make a bit more sense. I mean, BBs and nails and shit. That's what, the IED type shit from back home when the IRA used to do shit. I mean, if they use a fucking if it was a VBID, then they just pack their shit with C4 and just fucking and blow it. But for like bombs, they bombed like a couple of clubs and shit like that. I think there was a few times they used, if they didn't just use C4 on itself, they used fucking nails and BBs and shit like that. I mean, I thought that was just kind of like the standard bomb maker's kit. Fucking Christmas lights.
I guess these guys didn't go to the school of terrorism.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know where they learned their fucking bomb making techniques. The impact shattered windows, damaged cars, and sent crowds running from the scene at an hour when Chelsea was always a popular destination. It was filled with residents and tourists. It was the biggest blast I ever would imagine. Lights flashing, glass shattering, said a woman who was injured in the explosion. The force of the explosion, she said, flung her into the air. It happened so fast I was thrown up and landed down. I didn't know where it had come from, said the woman, who would only give her first name. Helena, as she hobbled out of Bellevue Hospital Center at around 4 a.m. After she was treated for injuries to her eye and legs. I realized there was blood streaming down my face and I couldn't see out of my eye. Witnesses say they could feel the explosion from several blocks away. Daniel Yount, 34, said he was standing on the roof of a building at 25th Street and the Avenue of the Americas with friends. We felt the shockwaves go through our bodies, he said. I wouldn't think the bomb would have to be that big, especially in a very urban area like New York City. I mean, if you think the streets and the alleyways and shit, any kind of shockwaves are going to follow them lines. I mean, it's part of at least resistant, opposed to out in the field where the sound waves and shit are just going to fucking dissipate a lot quicker. Sound waves generally going to hit the buildings and then travel up or fucking path of least resistance is kind of what I'm saying. So it may have seemed to be a bigger explosion than what it actually was. The closest New York has come to an attack was in 2010 when the police found a crude car bomb of propane, gasoline, and fireworks inside a sport utility vehicle in Times Square. Although the device had apparently started to detonate, there was no explosion. How the fuck does fireworks fit in to a bomb?
I was about to say, like, what the fuck, you just wanted to be a cool looking show with your bomb, or?
Propane, gasoline, and fireworks. That's, I got nothing.
These guys are idiots.
Holy shit. Well, I guess it's a good thing they're fucking idiots. A little bit more common sense, and they really may have done some fucking damage. On Saturday night in Chelsea, the device was found west on West 27th Street also caused no harm. Images shared on social media and confirmed as authentic by a senior police official showed a silver-colored piece of cookware with wires and a cell phone attached. The officials said the police department's bomb squad was taking the device to a department facility in the Bronx where robots would inspect it. And there was one of them EOD round fucking, I guess, bomb-carrying containers being hauled along by the EOD truck. So people caught that shit. I mean, this article kind of goes on and on and on and on. The basics of it is about 29 people got injured, but there was no fatalities. And that was from the first bomb inside the big trash can thing, and then the second bomb hadn't gone off yet, and they were able to snatch that one up. Now, from my experience, the whole idea of having a secondary device is, all right, so you have your first device that boom goes off and it makes people scatter. Well, it generally makes people scatter into the direction of the second device, and then that goes off, and it's all to achieve maximum casualties and stuff like that. This second device, 1, 2, 3, like 4 fucking blocks away. I don't know the purpose of it. Maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe it was just like random fucking places throughout the city. Maybe it's supposed to be that kind of type of deal. But it definitely wasn't a second explosive device in the traditional way to get more casualties. So
If it was, they didn't do their research on Americans. Ain't nobody gonna run 4 fucking blocks.
Yeah, there's that as well. Oh shit. Yeah, I have no idea what these guys were thinking. But as far as I know, to this point, no one's really claimed ownership of these attacks. So I really don't know any more than that. It's kind of
$20 says ISIS takes charge of it just because it's something they can claim. They didn't even do anything.
Well, don't you think ISIS, if they were going to claim it, they would have done it already? I mean, they were pretty quick to claim the knife attack. Or do you think
I have no idea.
Now, as from what I can remember, and I don't have I don't have the article in front of me, but from what I can remember, there was a guy who the police were looking at as a suspect. But
They got the guy. I was reading it.
oh, they did? They actually found him? I know it was posted on the U.S. Army WTF Moments page. Okay, so yeah. So according to a news thing, they got him like 56 minutes ago. Well, according to ABC 7 New York. So let me see if I can get the audio playing on this thing, and I'll give you guys the audio. It's only like 20 seconds long, but here you go.
In Linden, New Jersey, you could see that he is being taken into an ambulance. It looks like he may have been shot there. You can see some blood on his arm as he's being put into an ambulance in Linden, New Jersey. That suspect, 28-year-old Ahmed Khan Rahami. This all happening in the last half hour. This is in Linden, New Jersey. Understanding from the mayor of Linden, New Jersey, that he was involved in a shootout with police there. We understand 2 police officers were injured during this shootout, but as you see, he is alive and being placed into the back of an ambulance in Linden, New Jersey.
There you go. That's the audio from the news clip. So about an hour and a half ago, Ahmed Rahami, which was the suspect that I guess the FBI put out for the Manhattan bombings, I guess he kind of got fucking shot somehow. I'm guessing some type of standoff or some shit, and the cop shot him in the right shoulder. So he's been taken to hospital. I don't think it's going to end well for him.
One cop got hit in the vest in the shootout with him.
Okay, so there was a shootout.
Yeah,
What's the?
he got hit in the shoulder, and the cop got hit in the vest.
What's the? What actually happened?
The news article's not pulling up. All it's pulling up is a video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, at least they caught this piece of shit, and no one was seriously hurt. At least the cop got hit in the vest and not somewhere else.
Hopefully he dies. The bad guy, not the cop.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
get it twisted.
Hopefully he fucking dies. Yeah. Fuck that guy.
If I was a doctor, I'm doing surgery on your shoulder. Oops, scalpel slipped right in your carotid. My
Yep.
bad.
Yep. My bad. I was having a bad day. I'm not hungover because then I'd lose my medical license. But just yeah, I was thinking about shit and just scalpel slipped.
It was a giant sneeze, I swear.
Yeah. Oh well. It's not as if the world would miss that fucking douchebag. Pamela wants to know, is it her phone that's jacked up, or are we having problems? I don't think we're having any audio problems. At least I'm not seeing any on my end. And no one else has mentioned anything. But there you go. So I think it's your phone. Like, try refresh it. Now, someone also said in Facebook Live, I can't remember exactly what they said, but it was something about, hey, Pi, you mentioned earlier that the world is going to shit, and this is going to happen more or something. That's what I predict. If you just look at, just say the past 10 years, there wasn't really much going on. But as the years have gone by, there's more and more and more and more incidents. Now, the past 10 years, we've had fucking Facebook, we've had YouTube, we've had fucking all this social media stuff. So it's not as if our technology is advancing and more people are able to put shit out there, because it's already been there. But we haven't really, there's been incidences and stuff go on, but not really as much as it has on the past few years. I mean, it's almost like there's fucking at least one major bombing every year. There was 2 major bombings this fucking weekend. So yeah, I think it's getting worse and worse and worse. I think the whole art of protesting or petitioning and all that kind of normal stuff has gone out the window, and people just want attention nowadays. That's all it is, and the best way to get attention is to do some bad shit. And until I think the country and the lawmakers and the powers that be do something serious about this, such as if you commit a terrorist act that harms anybody, like even if it's a nick on their skin, you fucking die. You get the death penalty because your intention was to murder as many people as possible. So you fucking die. Simple as that. And I know there's the whole fucking argument against the death penalty, and what if they were innocent and blah. Fuck. If they're found fucking guilty of being a terrorist and there's enough conclusive evidence for it, then give them the fucking death penalty. Like, why should they deserve to fucking live? There's no logical reason you can give me that they should be allowed to fucking carry on living. So what? So they can get out of jail in fucking 8 to 10 years and then do the exact same thing again?
It's so we can trade him for a deserter. Isn't that what we did last time?
Yeah. What did Obama do? Trade like 6 or 7 fucking known terrorists from Guantanamo Bay for that piece of shit Bergdahl?
Yeah, and they were supposed to stay in Qatar for a year. Qatar kicked them out of the country after 27 days.
Yep. No, fuck it. They didn't want them in their country. It's fucking ridiculous. But I mean,
And it's going to take another war before this shit stops.
oh, I don't even think it will stop then. It's going to take almost complete annihilation for this shit to stop. Because, I mean, if you look at the quote-unquote crusades, I mean, they've been going on for fucking hundreds of years. It's just they slow down, then they start up, and slow down and start up. And it's just the way it has been. It's the way it will always be. But unless, like, the fucking whole nuking Japan type shit, what's that place called?
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima, there you go. Unless that type of shit happens, it's not going to fucking stop. Because that was a true kick in the balls, and the Japs stopped everything. Like, the Japs didn't become violent again. I still don't think they're in a position to be fucking violent again. And they learned their fucking lesson quick and hard. I think the same thing needs to fucking happen. Is it right? Is it the right thing to do? Probably not. Because there's going to be a lot of innocent lives die or fucking taken. But if you can give me a better way to deal with this, to eradicate all the fucking the dumb people in the world, and by dumb people I mean fucking terrorists, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you fucking nuke Afghanistan, and I know it's not the whole of Afghanistan, because I know a lot of these major motherfuckers are in Pakistan and shit like that. But you go all out and you just destroy people. If you have fucking terrorists, you put them to fucking death. You try them as normal, and if they're found fucking guilty with fucking substantial evidence, then you kill them. End of story. You don't fucking lock them up so taxpayers have to pay for that shit, and then you fucking trade them off or let them go in fucking 7-10 years, so then they can go back and do the exact same thing, because the 7 to 10 years that they were incarcerated, all they're doing is fucking gathering intel on the way you do things and listening to guards and all that kind of shit. Because let's be honest, as a guard or anyone in any type of facility, even your regular fucking workplace, everyone becomes laxed and just immune to everything that's around them, because they do the same shit day in, day out. So, I mean, you can have the same security briefings every fucking morning about being aware of what you do and what you say. But then after a while, even that becomes mundane, and it's the same thing day in and day out, and you no longer pay attention to that. And then you still go out and do your fucking patrols and your checks, and you still talk and all that kind of shit. And these people fucking listen to that. I mean, they got nothing else to fucking do. So, I mean, it's a hard one. But I truly don't think anything's going to change until some drastic changes are made.
But like you're saying, is it the right thing to do to nuke all those guys and kill all those innocent civilians? No, it's not the right thing to do. But they don't seem to have a problem putting bombs in our major cities and killing America's civilians.
Right.
So let's put an end to it. Just turn the fucking place to a giant glass parking lot. Make it the 51st state of the United States. Build it up. And just destroy everything around it that fucks with it.
You know, I know a lot of innocent lives would be taken. I got that. And I know it probably isn't the right thing to do. But I truly believe it's going to take something as that drastic to happen. I mean, and it doesn't even have to include the fucking world police, the U.S. as we're known. I mean, some other country could fucking do it. But something drastic has to fucking happen. Because it's not just the U.S. that's getting fucking attacked at home. I mean, you look at fucking France. You look at some of these other countries around Europe. They're all getting fucking hit too. Just as bad, if not worse. So, I mean, something drastic has to fucking happen. And it has to come in the form of big government putting their foot down and saying, we ain't taking this shit anymore. And if we find you doing something, you're going to be fucked. There's going to be no second chances. End of story. I really don't give a shit about the humanitarians and the people that say, well, that isn't right. They're still human beings. I don't give a fuck. They don't look at anyone else as human beings. If you're not Muslim, you're not a human, essentially, because, you know, that's the way they fucking work. Fuck them. You know, I mean, you're not going to treat a vicious dog with fucking care and cuddles and kisses. You're gonna keep your distance, and if that dog fucking attacks, you're gonna put the dog down, right? Because it's too fucking vicious. Well, I mean, use that same fucking mindset. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to work that shit out. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I can grasp that fucking concept. But yeah, that's what I think it's gonna take. But let me know your thoughts. If you disagree with me in any kind of way, I'd love to have this fucking conversation. 415-889-8367. I think it's, that along with the death penalty, I think kind of goes hand in hand. And I know the death penalty is kind of a big debate that's gone on over and over and over the years. And some people are truly strongly for it, and some people are strongly against it. But I mean, something has to happen. So if you don't have the death penalty, what do you have? What do you do? Because if you don't have the death penalty, then they're becoming a burden on you and society. So what do you do? I mean, is it humane to keep a dude locked up for their entire life? Like, if they no shit have no parole, they're gonna die in prison. Is that really humane? That's like fucking keeping a dog caged up and taking it out for a walk once a day. I mean, is that really fucking humane? No, people go ape shit about that all the time. So what's the point of doing it for people? If they get life in fucking prison without parole, just fucking kill them. You save money, they're less of a burden, and it's more humane. They're gonna die in prison anyway. I mean, what kind of life is in fucking prison? My bad, I forgot. You get Xboxes and pool tables and cable TV and all this kind of shit. That's right.
That's the life. Why would you want to go to death penalty if you can play Xbox all day in prison?
Well, I know, right? Someone says death penalty doesn't deter. No, it doesn't. Well, for some people it does. For others, and I would probably say the majority, no, it doesn't. It doesn't deter at all. Nothing you do is going to deter someone from doing what they want to do. So if they do that shit, then they deserve what's coming to them. So
Saves money.
yeah, let's say someone rapes and then kills a 6-year-old fucking child, and they give up the location of where the child is buried, and because they gave up that location, the death penalty gets taken off of the table and they get life in prison. Because we know that happens. That happens all the fucking time. Is that right? Fuck no. First of all, that dude should be tortured to death, in my personal opinion. But since torture isn't kind of a good thing to do, apparently, and it's frowned upon, then just kill the piece of shit. Why are you going to keep him locked up for the rest of his life, which could be 40, 50, 60 years, and the taxpayers have to pay that shit, and which then contributes to fucking overcrowding of prisons, and then he becomes a career criminal inside, and then which in turn trickles down, so people that go to prison for minor offenses end up fucking meeting this dude, and then they end up changing their mindset, and they become more of a criminal when they come outside. Anyway, so just fucking kill the dude. Like, they're done. He's never getting out of prison because of what he's done. The evidence is stacked against him, like DNA and all this other like conclusive technology that there's no way you can fucking deny. There, go ahead, kill him. Saves money, gets rid of the fucking problem. Let's move on.
I pulled up the numbers, and in 2012 they did some research, and in the 40 states that participated, the average cost per year per inmate was $31,000, excluding New York, where the average cost was $60,000 per inmate.
That's ridiculous. So the average person, well, I wouldn't say kind of. I'd say the average college kid or a person that's just come out of school would be making about 20, 30 grand a year. It's kind of on the lower end of the pay scale, I guess. So essentially, your entire wages would go to fucking pay for that dude. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And I've been to Leavenworth. I've been there for training, and the food that they get there, oh my god, that is one of the best defects I've ever seen in the
serious?
military.
You think they do that so there can't be any complaints of mistreatment? Like, oh, we're getting real shitty food because we're prisoners. So they give them good food?
I guess so. I mean, I can't really explain what it would be.
So if you guys have followed us for a while, uh, on one of Redleg's shows, well, on a couple of Redleg shows, I told you guys how I went to federal prison for 3 months. It was fucking ridiculous. You may hear that story again sometime in the future. But I was in federal prison for 3 fucking months. And it really wasn't that bad, to tell you the truth. I was in a 2-man cell. And it was kind of cozy. We had cable TV, we had board games, we had cards, we had a basketball court, we had like nice like 1-man showers. It wasn't like an open shower, type of deal. It was fucking easy. The food was kind of shitty. Like you had like cornbread, some like watered down shitty ass corn or beans, and like some disgusting ass fucking meatloaf. Like it was shit. It tasted like shit. Yeah, so the food wasn't that fucking great. But everything else, I mean, it was almost like living in an apartment and having a mini community and you couldn't leave that fucking area. Almost like the Big Brother house, without the luxuries. Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous, man. Like every time you were allowed out your cell, you do whatever the fuck you want. Watch TV, play board games, cards. That's where I learned to play spades. Play basketball, fucking, like, do whatever the fuck you wanted. As long as you wasn't loud, unruly, or fucking any of that other shit. And everyone on my block, like, we never had any fucking issues, like, ever. It was fine. It was like a mini fucking vacation, man.
Contrary to what you guys in the chat are probably thinking, no, I did not commit a felony and go to prison for 3 months.
Yeah, no. No, after I got out of prison, I ended up joining the U.S. Army. Yeah. So I didn't commit any kind of fucking crime. When I went to court, I was literally in there for 30 seconds, and the prosecutor said, "We're happy with everything that happened. We are going to drop the charges." And the judge was like, "Are you sure?" They're like, "Yeah, we're sure." And then they let me go. So I spent 3 months in prison for no fucking reason. Yeah.
But you learn how to play spades.
I did. So I guess that was a good thing. Oh, and I learned how to prison cook. So ramen noodles in the cup, the soup cup things. So if you open it up, take the noodles out and crush them down in newspaper, and then you get these like tuna packets. Take the tuna out and mix that in with the noodles, and then you get chips, like your favorite chips, whatever they are, and then you crush them up and you mix them all in. So you got the noodles, the tuna, and the chips, and then you pack it all back into the cup. Then you put your fucking hot water in. You let it set for 5 minutes, whatever. And when it's done, that's a gourmet meal. Like that shit is awesome. But yeah, so I learned how to make that in prison. Prison's really, well, now I know there's some prisons that are fucking horrendous that you really don't want to go to. But the one I was in, it was a fucking vacation, man. And we had murderers and rapists and all kinds of fucking people in there. There was one dude who was in MS-13, this big like Mexican fucking gang or whatever.
Biggest gang in the world.
Yeah, he this dude was fucking crazy. So he his girlfriend dumped him, like ended their fucking relationship. So he went over to her house, killed her parents and her brother, and let her live as a fuck you for ending the relationship. Like, guy was not there at all.
Did you ever have to participate in one of those Scared Straight programs?
I didn't. No.
Your prison kind of sounds like the one that they would do that in.
Yeah, it was like even the crazy people, like this fucking Mexican dude. I mean, he was crazy, but he weren't fucking violent at all. Like he was funny. He was kind of chilled out. There wasn't, like I said, there wasn't really any kind of violence. No one really stepped over the line. Everyone was kind of fucking chilled in my block and stuff. Yeah, we never really had any like, I guess visitors like scared straight people or any of that kind of shit. I think we could have visitors like 3 times a week or some shit. I don't know. I spoke to my lawyer quite a bit, but yeah. So I mean, prison isn't as bad as everyone makes it out to be, which is fucking ridiculous if you think about it, because you go to prison because you fucked up. You shouldn't have all the luxuries and shit in there. You should literally have a fucking cell, and that's pretty much it.
That's not how you should hear prison described. It's actually not that bad. That's not... Like, I went to a Korean prison while I was over there. I had to go pick someone up. And these dudes, there was no AC, there was no heater. It was the middle of winter. It was like 5 degrees outside. They had a blanket, a cup, and crackers.
Damn.
And that's what they had in their prison.
Yeah,
They're freezing their asses off.
that's a real prison right there. You go. I watched this fucking documentary on Russian prisons. It was like the worst prisons in the world or some shit. Russian prisons ain't no fucking joke. Like, you're literally in a fucking cage you're the entire time. And then if you don't do what the guards say, like, it's all, the prisons are like military run type of thing. So it's all like orders, commands, certain ways of doing shit. And if you don't listen to the guards, like, you get the shit beaten out of you. And it was like their main fucking prison, the one for like the most violent people in Russia, like dudes that are fucking like serial killers and shit like that. Like them dudes looked like fucking puppies when they were dealing with the guards and shit. I guess they really got the shit beat out of them and broken down to the point where they just fucking obey them without even talking. Like, it's fucking horrendous. But that's fucking prison, man. I mean, you fucked up, you go to prison, you deal with the consequences. It shouldn't be fucking cable TV and pool tables and all that kind of shit. But there you go. There you go. Speaking of fucked up situations, I don't know if you guys have heard or seen of the challenge we've thrown out to Grunt Style. I can't really word today because it's Monday, and I guess that's just like a typical fucking Monday thing. So here's Redleg and Raptor 7 to let you know what's going on.
Hi guys, it's Redleg. Recently a video surfaced of Adam and Alex from Grunt Style feeding each other half a ghost pepper. Now, it's apparent from the video that these two guys were totally unprepared for the blistering effects of between 800,000 and 1 million Scoville heat units in these peppers. It was heart-wrenching for us to watch these two suffer for the amusement of their co-workers. Bonus points to you, Adam, for kissing your wife with the hot stuff on your lips. That was a lot of fun for me. Anyway, we thought it was cute that you two fed each other half a ghost pepper. In fact, Rapper 7 thought it was so cute, he decided to challenge you to try something that was actually hot, like 9 million Scoville heat units hot. Grunt Style, we're calling you out.
You, Grunt Style, and us, WTF Nation Radio, gonna settle this score right here, dude. 9 million Scovilles. Let's have some. Think I'm fucking joking around? I ain't joking around.
If we win this contest, you idiot, we get $500,000.
Boom, what up? Say it with enthusiasm.
$5, motherfucker.
I got your bitch peppers. If you guys can't find any of the Mad Dog, you can't spring $90 for an ounce of the fucking hot shit. I'm down. I'm down. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it, sons. Grunt Style. I think you guys are Bush League with your heat tolerance levels. If you ain't pooping blood, you ain't doing it right. What do you want to say?
Fuckers.
So there you go, guys. So we put that out, I think about a week ago. And I personally hit up Grunt Style and sent them the video and said, hey, grow some balls and accept the challenge. And I'm still yet to hear anything. So we need you guys to go hit up Grunt Style and push the challenge over to them. Because it doesn't seem like they want to do it or they're ready for it. So I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I thought Grunt Style would be all up for it, just ready to. I don't know. But there you go.
The way they took those ghost peppers, I don't think they want to even mess with that Raptor 7 sauce.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, they literally cut one ghost pepper in half, and that was it. And one of them, I can't remember their name now. One of them were dying from that. Like, so I don't know. Ghost peppers are really not that hot either. Like, really not at all. I would have been somewhat kind of impressed if they had tried a Carolina Reaper, which is, I think, the hottest available right now, or the hottest naturally grown pepper, which is about 2.2 million on the Scoville heat unit scale. Mad Dog is a chili pepper extract, and they've been able to get that to a 9 million on the Scoville heat unit scale. So
that Carolina Reaper is one you have to pick with gloves and like a full-on like pro mask looking thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I watched a video on YouTube, and I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember who done it. I've been trying to look for it ever since. There was a dude, I think his whole thing is just fucking eat anything. But he no shit ate 10, was it 10? No, it was 100. Yeah, 100 Carolina Reapers. And was it Carolina Reapers? I think it was Carolina. It could be ghost peppers. Because I don't know if someone could eat 100. Man, I can't remember now.
God bless his asshole. That had to hurt. That had to hurt.
But he was fucking dying. Like, he would do 10 at a time. And he was fucking dying. Like, so bad, he had to go to hospital. So, no, I think it was Carolina Reapers. Because he had done ghost peppers for, like, one of his previous videos, like, a week or two beforehand. And so after he'd done the Carolina Reapers, like, his stomach was, like, fucked up. And he was puking all the shit up. But then he started puking blood up. So he's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to the hospital. So he went to the hospital, and I guess the Carolina Reapers had agitated his stomach, and he already had an ulcer in there from the ghost peppers. So the Carolina Reapers fucked up the ulcer, burst it and shit, so now he was puking up blood.
That's got to be a pain to shit out, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just thinking about it.
You know, Jay Reddy has been able to acquire some Carolina Reapers and some seeds as well. So some of the staff members here will probably end up doing the Carolina Reaper challenge, as well as planting our own, so we can grow that shit at our own places. So we can like keep this shit ongoing or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that would be fun. I also hear there is another fundraiser, a WTF Nation Radio fundraiser in the works. Still in the very early planning stages, and the stages of what the fuck are we going to do. One of the ideas was to have a Carolina Reaper fundraiser. So some shit like every like $200 raised, one of the members of staff will eat a Carolina Reaper, or some shit like that. I don't know if $200 is going to be it, because that's kind of fucking low. And with Howie donating the way he does, Howie drops like fucking $500 a pop.
We'd be out of Reapers if Howie donated.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's one of the ideas thrown around. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. But whatever it is, it'd be pretty interesting. The last WTF Nation Radio fundraiser was Mr. Katie. I think he got waxed again. I think that was like the annual fundraiser. Last year...
That's the Raptor Show annual fundraiser.
Yeah. Last year, Mr. Katie got waxed. Like all over his body. And then this year again, he done it. and you guys were actually able to, I guess, buy parts of his body that was to be waxed. And that was pretty interesting. It was a fun show. So yeah,
He was bleeding from his pubes.
yes, he was. But yeah, this fundraiser should be pretty fun. Whatever it is that we decide. I've been trying to contact a few people to do a fundraiser for the military community, like some type of charity, which would be pretty interesting. I mean, it's going to suck for me, but it'd be pretty interesting. But if I can set all this shit up, then you guys get more details. It'd definitely be fun. Yeah. Oh, shit. But yeah, so in case you guys don't know, we are on the air every night of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, always starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. If we're not on Facebook Live, it doesn't mean we're not on the air. You can go over to WTFNationRadio.com, check us out there. Or if you want to listen on your mobile device, you can download the TuneIn Radio app. It's free, and you can get it from your respective Play Store or your respective store. Just search for TuneIn Radio, download and install that. Once you got that installed, search for WTF Nation Radio, and we're there. If you've got an Android device, you can download our own app, which is on the Google Play Store. Just search for WTF Nation Radio, and you can download that shit there. Why is it not on the iTunes iStore thing? Because Apple sucks. We tried to pay them to get it put on the store, and it took us 3 weeks before we said, you guys are fucking idiots. They didn't want to take our money, and so we said no. But yeah, if you want to listen to any of the previous shows that we've had go on that you may have missed, or you have heard something that happened in one of the shows that you want to go check out, you can do so by listening to our podcasts, which are over our website, WTFNationRadio.com. They're also on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and Google Music Play. Wow. That's a lot. And then last but not least, I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, well, more often than not, and always starting at 12 noon to about 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. In case you guys haven't heard, we are going to be at the Freedom On Festival coming up on the 14th of October. It's a big event. The proceeds are going to go towards the Fallen Angel Aviator Foundation. It's a military charity. They do great things. The Freedom On Festival is essentially hosted and put together by Drinking Brothers and Girls for Gunslingers. The event, you're going to have All That Remains. I think it's Until We Survive. Is that the name of the band? Shit, I can't remember. I think it's Until We Survive. Right. You're going to have one of the guys from Atreyu there. You're going to have some other bands. You're going to have, Matt Best, JT, Nick Palmiscano, some of the Range 15 cast. There's going to be a bunch of people there. Kind of good meet and greet. It's going to be a good time. So we're going to be there on the 14th, and then on the 15th there's a poker run and a kind of like drink fest after. So that's going on. But yeah, so if you guys want to jump in on that, you can head over to our website at WTFNationRadio.com and check out the details on how to get tickets. Some of the WTF Nation Radio staff, are going to be there from the 12th until the 16th. So if you're in the area, or if you're going down there for the festival, then just drop us a message in the inbox, and we'll work out some time to meet and have a few drinks and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, there we go. Wow. So I know I said there was 3 big stories that happened this weekend. So we had the stabbing incident in Minnesota. We had the 2 IEDs in Manhattan. And then we had a third incident where a device exploded at the Marine race on Jersey Shore. A device exploded in Seaside Park, New Jersey, on Saturday morning as about 5,000 runners were set to participate in a 5K Marine charity race. The explosive device went off in a garbage can on D Street, that's Delta Street, and Ocean Avenue, about 0930 along the race route. No one was injured in the blast, according to the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office. The third annual Marine Semper Fi 5K race to benefit the MARSOC Foundation was expected to start at about 9 a.m., but was delayed because of late sign-ins. The race was cancelled after the explosion. The device was composed of 3 pipe bombs, only one of which went off, leaving plenty of physical evidence for investigators to examine. It appears the device was set off by a timer, but it is not known that what explosive material was in the pipes. Runner Adam Carswell of Toms River, New Jersey, told NBC4 News, New York, that he saw smoke rising from the garbage can after the explosion. It makes me very angry that this could happen in a sleepy little town like Seaside Park after Labor Day. Lauren Rispoli, a Seaside Park resident, said she was in bed when she heard the blast. I thought it might have been an explosion of some sort or a sonic boom. Rispoli said the explosion will not rattle the spirit of people in Seaside Park. We will support this run again next year, here or wherever they choose to do it. Even if it's next year, we're not afraid. We're not going to let this stop us. A number of law enforcement agencies responded to the scene Saturday, but the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office will be the lead investigators in an effort to better coordinate the probe across units. The MARSOC Foundation is a non-profit organization that raises money to support active duty and medically retired MARSOC personnel and their families, as well as to the families of Marines and sailors who have lost their lives in service to our nation. So there you go. There's the third event, and thankfully there was 0 injuries on this one. I guess it's a good thing Marines are late and don't know how to tell the fucking time, so you end up signing in late and delaying the race because the pipe bomb was set on a timer. So I'm assuming they done some basic calculations and try to work out approximately what time people would be in the area passing that location. But yeah, it's good things Marines don't know how to tell time. So yeah,
They had to finish their crayons for breakfast.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe the latest round of fucking terrorist bombers are really a bunch of fucking idiots, because the Manhattan bomb, there was 2 of them, only 1 went off, and then the New Jersey one, the 3 pipe bombs, only 1 went off. I don't know. Maybe these guys missed like basic math class and how to fucking put wires together or some shit. Oh.
It was the new guys. It was their initiation.
It's something, but yeah. I guess it's a good thing they're retarded. But, oh my gosh.
Only they could make more retarded terrorists like them.
Oh, I know, right? But, yeah. So that's the 3 bad things that happened over the weekend. If there's something else that kind of went on over the weekend, some other bad shit that went down, then let me know. Give me a call, 415-889-8367, because I'm not really aware of anything else. You know of anything, Bobby?
No, I really don't know of anything else big that went on. I know more teams are joining Colin Kaepernick. More of them are doing it more respectful than he did. He takes a knee. More teams are standing up arm in arm for it. showing unity instead of disrespect.
Yeah, you know, I got no problem with people speaking their mind, you know, but be respectful about it. You know, old Kaepernick fucking sat on the bench until Nate Boyer and a couple of other dudes fucking hooked him up and said, hey, we got it, you're speaking your mind, but at least be fucking respectful. So then he decided to take a knee. Okay, that's a bit more respectful than sitting on the fucking bench. But I still don't understand it. You know, Kaepernick's kind of a different example because he came from a good upbringing, a rich background, blah, 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 blah. That in itself doesn't mean he's not entitled to his opinion, because he is. But some of these other fucking football players, you know, were brought up kind of rough. Maybe shitty neighborhoods, maybe shitty, you know, family upbringing, whatever else. So, you know, some of these dudes have seen, I guess, the lower end of the spectrum. I guess my problem is, you can speak your mind, but if you truly believe in a cause, then do something about the cause. Don't just say, well, I think it's bullshit, and, you know, I say fuck the flag, and I'm going to take a knee until it all gets sorted out. Like, be involved in a cause. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Like, actively go out there and help change shit. You know, get working with your local politicians or your local law enforcement and actively be a part of it. Don't just fucking run your mouth and look like a douchebag.
Like, everybody was saying that he was disrespecting the troops for kneeling for the flag. Well, when they did that military appreciation night for that game he was at, he was standing up applauding when they did the tribute to the troops and everything. He was cheering and applauding.
Oh, he
Once
was?
the national anthem started, he took his knee.
Well, that's not a bad move, and I'm thinking he done that to show, hey, look, I do respect the troops. I know what you guys have, you know, gone through, blah 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 blah. You know, so he made a point of fucking applauding and cheering and all that kind of shit for the military appreciation, which is great. You know, I think that was a good thing for him to do, and I think he needed to do it. Because a lot of the backlash was, hey, you're disrespecting the flag, and the flag means this. So I think for him to applaud and cheer for the military appreciation was definitely in his best interest. But, you know, if the dude wants to kneel for when the national anthem goes on because of a certain fucking reason, do I think it's right? No, I think it's kind of shitty. I think there's other ways he could go around doing it, like actively be involved in something. But if that's his way of doing it, whatever, that's his way of fucking doing it. You know,
He's got his right.
Yeah, it's his right. It is what it is. You know, as long as he ain't fucking out there, you know, trashing shit, being violent, you know, throwing out racist shit or feeding in to the whole racist bigotry type bullshit thing that's going on. Let the dude fucking protest in whatever fucking way he wants. All right, some people may take offense to it. Then, all right, if you take offense to it, then boycott that shit. Like, don't watch the NFL. Simple. Boycott the NFL. That's the only way that you can impact the NFL is by impacting their pocket. So, I mean, the choice is yours. You want to be offended and you want to shout out about it? Don't watch the NFL. There you go. It is what it is. Like I said, at least a dude isn't being violent or enticing violence and all that kind of other shit.
Yeah, he's not saying BLM go kill cops.
Right, exactly.
Kill every white person walking around.
Yeah, it's his way of protesting, and he's doing it, you know, somewhat respectfully and peacefully. So, I mean, yeah, for everyone out there that's violently against him and takes this shit to the next level, you need to reevaluate your fucking your beliefs and the way you do things. Like I said, I don't agree with the way he's doing it, but at least he ain't doing it violently, so I can't really bitch and complain. So you said some of these other teams are doing like shit differently. Like, what are they doing exactly?
Like the Seattle Seahawks, they did it. Everybody was in a big uproar because they said that the Seahawks were all going to protest the national anthem. What they did was during the national anthem, they all stood up and the whole team locked arms, and they stood there showing a sign of unity that everybody's on that team together. It was kind of a protest towards the national anthem, but it was showing that all races came together as one.
See, that's decent. Yeah, that's more of a message of, fuck your stupid little shit. We stand here as one, and that's how everyone needs to stand as one. That's pretty decent. Yeah, I definitely prefer them type of, if you call them protests or whatever you want to call them. That's the way you should be doing it, not singling yourself out, and not. You're being vocal about what you're doing, but you're really not doing anything about it. Like I said, go speak to your local police department or your local government, or get involved in one of these causes that actually help to further things. Not an organization like Black Lives Matter, who I personally class as a terrorist organization, because the definition of terrorism is to use violence to further your cause. That's exactly what they fucking do. But yeah, I know there's been other players and teams that have kind of spoken out against some of this shit. To be honest, I don't really follow all that because I don't follow football. I don't really find it interesting at all. It is what it is. Although I did watch the best college football team this weekend, the Ohio State Buckeyes, that obliterated Oklahoma State. No, Oklahoma University.
Yourself.
But yeah, I
despise Ohio State.
Well, everyone hates the fucking best, so.
I do. They beat my Ducks in the national championship. I despise them.
Oh, well, there you go. See? Everyone wants to be the best until they can't, and then they fucking get butt hurt. It's okay, Bobby. But, yeah, so there's that. Since we're speaking of people doing things the wrong way, this fucking guy. So, Indio, California, the police are on the lookout for a thief who broke into the YMCA in Riverside County through the ceiling to steal cash from a register. The problem is, neither the cash nor the register were real. Security footage captured the man kicking through the ductwork in the ceiling of the YMCA Child Development Center. He then drops to the floor and breaks into the cash register, stealing all the money inside before making a daring escape out the door. The only problem, the cash register in question was a children's toy filled with play money that is worth next to nothing. The Indio Police Department believes this might not be the first acoustic ceiling tile crushing caper this cat burglar has sunk his claws into. Thieves tend to have specific MOs with stuff that they follow and stuff that they are comfortable with. They don't get caught doing it once and they figure, hey, it's a tried and true method, and then they stick to it. But yeah, this dude like literally broke into a plastic children's cash register and took out a whole bunch of like plastic money.
In other news, this is the same guy that went and planted the bombs.
Oh shit.
Oh, what? How do you not know the money's fake?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, how do you not know the cash register's fake? It's a big fucking plastic cash register. Holy shit. Like,
I'm just imagining one of those like colored baby cash registers, and this guy's actually thinking he's stealing real money out of it.
It was like red, and the till part of it, the drawer, was blue. I mean, I can't say I've gone into many stores and seen a red and blue cash register, but I mean, I guess it's a good thing that more and more criminals nowadays are dumber and dumber, because they actually don't commit the fucking crime they're trying to commit. And it brings some comedy into the world. Holy shit. Here's Here's another interesting story that I don't fucking understand people, man. People are dumb as shit. So, holy shit. Out of Greensboro, North Carolina, police say they've caught up with a North Carolina woman wanted after her mother's corpse was found in a freezer that was sold at a yard sale. Goldsboro police say 56-year-old Marcella Jean Lee was arrested Thursday in Carolina Beach, 100 miles south of Goldsboro. A police statement Friday said she'd been sought for more than 3 months on a felony charge of failure to report a death. An autopsy in June found no signs of foul play of the death of 75-year-old Alma Rausch, who lived with Lee and was last seen August 2015. Police said a neighbor bought Lee's freezer for $30 last spring. It was taped shut, and Lee told the neighbor's friends would collect the contents. The buyer opened the freezer weeks later and found the remains. So, this chick's mother died. She put her in the freezer to preserve her or some shit. And I don't know, she sold the fucking freezer. I don't know if she forgot about it or whatever. But then it took the cops 3 months to find her. And now she's been...
I'm just imagining that neighbor opening that and the smell.
Well, if the freezer was plugged in, it wouldn't smell.
She had to unplug it and all that to move it. God
Well, yeah,
damn.
but I mean, that isn't enough time to defrost it.
Yeah, true.
I mean, and wouldn't you look inside the freezer before you bought this fucking thing? Or
That's one
immediately
fucking hell of a
after you bought
surprise
it?
when you do, though.
Yeah, I got nothing, man. Yeah, that's what I said, D-Max. Like, who buys a freezer without looking inside it? Like, you don't know if the inside's all fucked up, or... I don't give a fuck if it's my neighbor or not. I'm still going to look inside the damn thing. I guess the crazy
Like what
thing...
Laura said.
Say again?
How do you forget a body?
Yeah, there's that too. I mean, fuck. Yeah, how do you
Laura said in the
forget you put your
Facebook
mother in the
chat.
freezer? Wow. The crazy thing of this, which I thought was weird, is it's a no shit felony to report to fail to report a death. I didn't know that was a felony. So I guess if let's just say you got like 60 acres of land or some shit, like you got a shit ton of land, and like a family member dies and you go just bury them in the backyard, like all respectfully and properly and all that shit, but you don't report it, I guess that's a felony. That's
You call in, hey, I buried my mom in the back 40. Calling to report it.
Yeah, like that's fucking weird. I mean, I could understand maybe for like record purposes, such as Social Security or shit like that. But I mean, it's still kind of weird. That's a fucking felony if you don't report a fucking death.
Like D-Max said, unless she was trying to cash the Social Security checks.
Well, yeah. I mean, I understand that. I mean, because that's straight up fraud and shit. But it doesn't even sound like it. It sounds like after the chick sold the freezer, she took off. It took them 3 months to fucking find her. So if she took off, she obviously wasn't getting the checks and shit because all the mail was still going to her house. Unless, again, she fucking done the change of address thing, and that's how they caught her. I mean, I don't know.
Wonder if the neighbors kept the freezer.
Yeah. After finding the body in it? Yeah,
It's a good freezer. You only paid $30 for it. No, well, body's out now. You know it can keep it cold.
$30 plus we're throwing the body for free.
It's one hell of a deal.
I know, right? We got some prime meat for you. Some meat we haven't used. $30, it's all yours. But yeah, that was kind of weird. I thought. I thunk. So since we're on the subject of asking you guys questions on what you thought about that and the numerous other questions that can come up about that particular story, I thought it was time to play our new weekly game that Bobby actually reminded me about before we started. Do You Even America Bro? For your chance to win a WTF Nation Radio sticker. If you don't know what the stickers look like, don't do it right now, but you can go over to the WTF Nation Radio store at WTFNationRadio.com, click on store, and there's a bunch of stickers there that you can check out the designs. If you don't end up winning one, you can buy one. They're only like $30. That includes the shipping, postage, whatever you want to call it. So $3 gets you a sticker. And the famous Fuck Redleg sticker is on the store as well. The sticker that was found on the side of Colonel Admiral's striker. So, yeah. But if you want your chance to win a sticker and you want to play Do You Even America Bro, then give us a call, 415-889-8367. All you got to do is answer 5 questions correctly. If you answer the first one correctly, we go on to the second one. You answer the second one correctly, we go on to the third one, etc., etc. If at any time you get one incorrect, then that's it, game over. Have a good day. Sorry about your luck. And then we get the next caller on the line, and we go through again. Now, there's this one kind of rule to this, and the rule is you have about 3 to 5 seconds to answer the question, because we don't want anyone Googling the answer. I mean, come on. It's Do You Even America Bro, not Do You Even Google Bro. So these are all pretty easy questions. I know last week Reptimar messed up one of the questions with the wording. This week I made sure they're all good to go. And maybe one of them I would be unsure about. Maybe. I guess it would all just depend on my frame of mind at that time. But these are all pretty easy questions. So if you want your chance to play Do You Even America Bro, 415-889-8367. Oh. So until we get some callers, I'm going to tell you about what the Navy has got going on. This is some funny shit. I put the article up, and I kind of read through it a bit. Shit is changing. I don't know if it's for the good or for the worse, but shit is changing. The Navy is requiring all sailors to undergo transgender education by July 2017. All Navy messages sent out Tuesday says that all sailors will be required to undergo transgender behavioral education by 2017. Starting November 1st, the training will educate sailors about the Navy's new transgender policy that allows transgenders to serve in the military. This training will emphasize policies and expectations of personal behavior. It is unclear what exactly is in the training sessions, but the Navy will soon send out messages with more information. In the meantime, leadership is putting together a commander's toolkit that will guide training. Service members are expected... Oh, we may have our first caller. WTF Nation Radio, Do You Even America Bro? Oh, there we go. WTF Nation Radio.
Yes, I'd like to play the game.
Alrighty. Okay, so 5 questions. You ready for this?
Okay.
Alrighty. Question number 1. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes the president?
Vice President.
Number 2. What were the 2 sides in the Civil War?
North and South.
Give me a bit more specific.
Oh, Confederate and Union.
There we go.
Sorry.
Who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner?
Ooh, you got me on that one.
Oh. Well, give me a guess, at least.
man. I knew he made the flag. Star Spangled Banner.
Who wrote the Star
Wrote it,
Spangled
sorry.
Banner?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Damn. All right, here we go. WTF Nation Radio. Do you even America, bro?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's do it. Question number 1. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The vice president.
What were the two sides in the Civil War?
Confederacy and Union.
Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
Your mother.
I wish it'd be pretty famous.
I mean, I would say Francis Scott Key, but I don't think that's right. I think that's... well, maybe, no. Francis Scott Key, wasn't it?
All righty. Which two signers of the Declaration of Independence went on to serve as the President of the United States?
Thomas Jefferson and John Adams.
All righty. Last question. Which month was Pearl Harbor attacked?
December.
All righty. Good job. Holy shit. That was pretty easy.
Hell yeah, a lot quicker than last week.
I know, right? Last week took like 45 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
What's your name, brother?
Blake Rauscher, but my name on here is Johan Sage. I'm the asshole who keeps putting in random shit.
Alrighty, Blake, what I need you to do, man, is I need you to go over to the WTF Nation Radio Facebook page and just send us a message in the inbox with your details, like name, address, and then go over to the WTFNationRadio.com website, go to the store and just look at which sticker you want, and then send us a message on the Facebook page saying which sticker it is that you want, and we'll send it your way.
Fuck yeah, I'll put on a damn little Hillary sticker. Rock out with your fucking cock out.
Well, if you do that shit, make sure you send us pictures.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm sending pictures. We're getting a whole get-together, go tailgate, everything.
It sounds good, man. Hey, I appreciate you playing.
Oh, hell yeah. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys make my workday even better.
Well, I'm glad, man. You're welcome.
I appreciate it, Pi.
All right, have a good day, brother.
Hey, you too, brother.
All right.
Bye.
So there we go. That was pretty easy. Second caller in.
Yeah, last week would have been that easy too if the question was phrased right.
I know, right? I think that was the one that was tripping everyone up, right?
Yeah, because I had to call in and end it. People were struggling.
Yeah, I think Howie was the one that called in first and gave the correct one, and then the last one I think people were having issues with as well. And that's the one you.
Howie didn't know how many senators there were.
yeah. Good job, Howie. You're only about as old as how many senators there are. But there you go. So getting back to the Navy and they're them wanting every sailor to have transgender education. Service members are expected to maintain standards of conduct and treat each other with dignity and respect. Training for sailors will be conducted by command triads via mobile training teams or DVD with a facilitation guide of the units as in a remote area and unable to receive face-to-face training. There will also be webinars for COs to ask questions prior to delivering training to their commands. I hope one of these commanders says, why the fuck are we doing this dumbass fucking training? If I was a transgender, I would feel offended that we have to have training specifically for this. I feel I'm being singled out. Because, let's be honest, the shit is fucking ridiculous. I mean, shouldn't you already treat everyone with fucking dignity and respect, regardless of who they are? I know, generally speaking, it happens, but you have your odd cases where it doesn't. But that's just fucking human nature. Fuck. I got nothing. The training deadline is set to coincide with the date that the Navy will start accepting transgender recruits, which is July 1st, 2017. The military is creating ground rules for service members who want to change their gender while serving and is requiring that all transgendered people use the bathroom associated with their preferred gender. Anderson said the leadership will crack down on any mistreatment or harassment of transgender individuals. Secretary of Defense Ash Carter repealed the ban on transgenders serving in the military back in June. This is the right thing to do for our people and for the force, Carter said at a Pentagon press conference. We can't allow barriers unrelated to a person's qualifications prevent us from recruiting and retraining those who can best accomplish the mission. I can't word. So I got no problems with the whole, gays or transgenders or whatever fucking you are wanting to be in the military, as long as you can do your job. I think it's stupid to force this dumbass fucking transgender training. Like, what is the training going to be about? This dude wears a dress, he's the same as you. This chick wears pants, she's the same as you. Like, what? Don't be fucking mean to people. Like, what's it going to be about exactly? I mean, I'm assuming it has to be specific to transgender, but then isn't that fucking discrimination? Like, where's the training for transgenders not to be mean towards non-transgenders? See where I'm going with this?
Suicide prevention.
What do you mean?
That's the class. They learn not to be mean or else people kill themselves.
Well, yeah.
What I want to know is when they sign up on their contract, do they have to identify what they are?
Well, yeah, I would assume so, because, I mean, you always get asked if you're male or female, and you would just put down whatever it is that you associate with.
Is it you gonna have to stick with it, or can you change it day to day?
Oh, that's a good question. Now, I know from everything I've been reading up on, if you're transgender, if you're a guy that wants to be a chick, I know the whole process of it is you're going to have to go through counseling, and essentially the counseling is to make sure you're in the right mindset, you're not just freaking crazy, you understand everything that's involved, and it's not damaging to your mental health. And then once the shrink is happy with that, then they start you on hormone therapy, if that's what you want to do. And then after, I think it was like a year and a half of hormone therapy, then they give you another, I can't remember the exact time. I think it was about another 8 months or so, just to make sure that you're still mentally stable and you're making the right choice and you understand everything. And then after that, if you want the surgery, then they go ahead and do the surgery. But the big thing is the shrink signing off on it. So for like the longevity of it, I mean, you can change your shit, but as far as what you said, changing from day to day, I don't know how that would go exactly. Because what if one day I woke up and I felt feminine? So, okay, I'm going to be a female today. And then the next day I woke up, I felt masculine. Like, what would be wrong of changing my gender or changing my, is it called gender? Or I don't
We'll go with gender.
Yeah, gender. So what would be wrong with changing my gender based off the way I'm feeling that day? I mean, you can't tell me that you can't change, you need to make up your mind, you're male or female. But what if I don't feel I'm male that day? So, I don't know, I think it could cause a lot of problems, a lot of issues.
Like, what if you're a chick with a dick? Then you're both.
Well, isn't that hermaphrodite? Like, because...
No, I thought I was a transgender.
Well, no, because then at that point you would be male. Like, I've covered some stories where there's hermaphrodites, like people born with both reproductive organs, like male and female. Like there was I think it was a Navy veteran who was legitimately, like on their birth certificate, it stated other, because they weren't born with male or female parts. They just weren't. I guess it was like a birth defect or abnormality or whatever way you want to put it. And no shit on their birth certificate, like the doctor put like other. And they were raised as a boy. Like they have male features, and the masculinity part of them is more predominant. So the kid was raised as a boy. He ended up joining the Navy, served honorably. I can't remember how long he served for, but that's kind of irrelevant. Then they got out, and like just recently, over the past, I think it's like 4 or 5 years or whatever, they didn't want to identify as either male or female. They just I can't remember the word that he called it, but they just like, fuck it. I just want to be my own thing. I'm physically not either, and fuck it, that's the way I want to be. And you know, for shit like that, I mean, no one's got an argument. I mean, you can't really argue with that, because if you're born that way, then I mean, you're fucking born that way. You know, but if you're born with a certain type of reproductive system, then that is your sex, that is your gender. If you're gay, then all right, you're gay. It is what it is. If you're a transgender, and so you're a male and you want to be a female, or you're a female and you want to be a male, I wholeheartedly believe that's a mental condition. You know, that's your thoughts and feelings about the way you want to be. There's nothing more than that. It's not a physical issue. It's not something part of your body. It's something in your brain that's making you feel or think that way. Just like when people feel suicidal, it's mental. It's something in the brain, whether it be the actual brain makeup or whether it be the brain chemistry. But these thoughts or feelings about being the opposite sex, in my opinion, it's the same thing.
Trying to remember, Raptor 7 said the technical name, gender dysphoria. That's what it is. The mental condition about not knowing which sex.
What about it?
Gender dysphoria is the mental condition, like
yes.
the technical name for it.
Yeah, I truly do believe it's a mental condition. Somewhat the same as, I guess you could say being gay is almost the same thing, because you're attracted to the same sex. It's not a physical thing, it's a mental thing. It's the way you think and feel, and the way your brain is working. So you still are the same sex or gender that you were born. And remember, sex and gender, they're just words that we assign to describe a particular thing. That's all it is. I mean, fuck, we could have called it orange. You know, your orange is male or female. It's just a fucking word. But that's what I believe. It's a mental thing, especially when it comes to like transgender thing, transgenderism, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I mean, if that's your life and that's the way you want to live your life, then fine, by all means, go ahead. The issue I have with it is when taxpayers, or specifically in this case, the military, has to use its budget to pay for surgeries because of a mental condition. One specifically, Bradley Manning. That piece of shit. He's in fucking prison. He doesn't deserve any type of luxury medical surgeries. All he needs is the basic medical treatments to keep that piece of shit alive. And that's it. If it isn't life-threatening, he doesn't need to get it. Simple as that. He's in fucking prison. Same goes for anyone else in fucking prison. If you're in prison, you don't get any fucking medical treatment other than life-saving treatment. And that includes something that could potentially become life-threatening. Then you know, it gets dealt with. But that's just my personal opinion. I like I said, I got nothing against people fucking living the way they want to live life. That's all on you. But the second it starts affecting me, which when taxpayers have to pay for it, or the military comes out of their budget, that affects me, and that's where I have a fucking issue with it.
The price ranges from $7,000 to $24,000 on average to get that trader's fucking dick chopped off.
Yeah. I read an article, I think it was last week, between the counseling, the hormone therapy, and the surgery, it averages out to be about $30,000 per person. And from the numbers that they've done surveys and all that kind of research stuff, from the numbers they believe of transgenders in the military who want or would want the transgender surgery, it could cost on average $5.5 million a year.
A 9mm round only costs 9 cents to the U.S. government.
Right. I mean, $5.5 million coming away from your training, or coming away out of equipment, or coming out of, fucking ammunition, or whatever the fuck it is. $5.5 million coming out of your budget to have this stupid shit done.
Exactly. Especially for someone like Bradley Manning.
Yeah.
Kill that motherfucker. He's a traitor. Don't waste goddamn money on him.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Oh, and his 35-year sentence, well, after, was it 6 months or 6 years, whatever the fuck it was, he's going to be eligible for parole. Are you fucking serious? That's ridiculous. You're ridiculous. The dude is a traitor. It's been fucking proven. He's admitted to it. Like, he admitted to fucking sending the information. So, that's it. He should be fucking shot. According to the current standards, or the law, I guess, of the U.S. military. You can still be shot for being a traitor. To include being a deserter. So Bergdahl should be fucking shot as well. Stop fucking wasting money on keeping pieces of shit in prison, and now giving them some stupid ass surgery. Just shoot the motherfucker. Get it over and done with. There. Done. Shouldn't be a fucking traitor. Shouldn't be a fucking deserter.
Could make money off that and put them both inside like a ring and make it pay-per-view fight to the death between Bo Bergdahl and Bradley Manning.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, shit. Well, it's about that time of the day, guys, where the show comes to an end. So, first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching and listening, because without you guys and gals, none of this would be possible. Secondly, I want to remind you that we have a show every night of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, always starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. If we're not on Facebook, it doesn't mean we're not on the air. You can catch us over at WTFNationRadio.com, or if you have a mobile device, which everyone does nowadays, you can download the TuneIn Radio app. Just go to your store and search for TuneIn Radio, then download, install that, and search for WTF Nation Radio. And then you'll be able to take us on the go wherever you're at. If you want to listen to one of the previous shows, you can go to WTFNationRadio.com, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, or Google Music Play, and listen to the podcasts. At night, we have a live chat. Well, we have a live chat room throughout the entire day, but it's more active at night. If you go over to WTFNationRadio.com, click on live chat, you can jump in and join in all the shenanigans that go on over there. We also got live webcams, so if you're feeling modelish, you can throw your cam up, or you can just watch some of the goofery that's going on with other people. We also have a YouTube channel, in case you didn't know. Go to youtube.com/WTF Nation Radio. We're starting to put a lot more videos up there. There's a lot of the shows. Like right now, we're broadcasting to Facebook and to YouTube. So if you want to watch one of the previous shows, you can do so over there. I think that's about it. Have you got anything, Bobby?
Apparently, I'm getting requests to stay with you.
Oh, shit. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that works out.
We had to talk to station manager.
Yeah,
he was supposed to have something else in the works.
we got to speak to the boss, but yeah. Timmy says Bobby has redeemed himself from the other night. Oh shit. Alrighty. Well, remember to tune in tonight, guys. Redleg's on with the Monday edition, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we'll be back on Wednesday. So until then, enjoy the rest of your day.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Well, that's all, folks. That's my line. Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's all! That's all, folks!
Can I go home now?